Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited about what I'm about to talk with you about, which is the Deliberate Success Immersion Incubator. This is the mastermind for spiritual people who know that they are born to prosper in all areas. This is what I believe. Success does come to those who get clear on what they want and make it non-negotiable. Sometimes as spiritual people, we sometimes think we have to be a little bit wishy-washy about going after the things that we desire. But this is also something that I know, that if you will delight yourself in the inner man, if you'll delight yourself on the power within you, higher power, source, spirit, papa, intuition within you, you will get the desires of your heart. And this is the thing. The desires of your heart are exactly what the world needs. Okay? It's not just, it is about you, and it's also not about you. And so remove any feeling of I'm not allowed to go after everything I desire, because you are. Okay? And this is the thing. You know that you're called to something more. You've always known it. You're called to freedom, to fulfillment, to abundance in all areas of your life, every single area of your life. It's what you're born for. It's what you want. But at the moment, life feels a little bit mundane. Life feels wrong and empty and hard. Okay? Plain hard at times. You're not fully living out the call in your life, and you're not completely sure that you can. However, again, this is something else I know about you. You are capable of your calling. You're born for uncommon success. Your vision is actually your permission. Unfortunately, unfortunately, you have been immersed in a world where your every dream has been undermined. You yourself, your person has been undermined as well. You've been made to feel small and told that you can't have what you desire. And the evidence against living a fulfilled, free, abundant life seems to be all around you. But you are the rebellious kind. You're just like me, You've created a form of success in one area or the other, or many areas, despite the fact that the world would like you to believe that it's impossible for you to get the life you desire. So this is the thing. You are strong. You are an overcomer. You've overcome some stuff. But we both know that there's more for you. And you deeply desire to live out all of that more. You deeply desire to wake up every morning knowing that you're on purpose and feeling fulfilled. You want to be free of the blocks, the mental, emotional blocks that keep you shackled to a life that does feel a bit beneath your potential, or it feels like it's all you can get right now. You deeply long and crave to experience abundance in all areas, your relationships, your wealth, your work, your body, your health, in every area, because you know that these things are your birthright. You've said the words, you've sang the words, you've said the affirmations, the decrees, all of that stuff, but it's not quite your experience yet, not in its fullness, but you know that it can be, and you do want it to be. But life is happening. Life is happening. Life has happened. Life in its most negative at times has happened. Okay? And it's hard to believe that you can have it all when everything around you seems to be suggesting otherwise. You do feel a bit distant from your higher power, though you won't always admit that. And you're not always sure that there's anything out there really that actually cares for you or cares about the everyday happenings in your life. So yeah, you go through the motions because you always have, but you just don't even know what's required from you anymore. It feels like you're having to jump through hoops and never quite get there. And and there's a part of you that thinks that it's unspiritual to want the things that you desire. And this is the thing. You are called deeper in, honey. You are called to immerse yourself in a new way of thinking, of feeling, of acting, so that you can create the results that you've been longing for so very long. This is your right. You can have it. And so I call you, I invite you to the Deliberate Success Immersion Incubator. As I said, it's the mastermind for spiritual people who know that they're born to prosper in all areas. For driven, for determined spiritual people. Sometimes, it always feels a little bit like, oh, do spiritual people think of themselves as driven or determined? I hope you do. I hope you do, okay? Now, let me explain to you what you get in the incubator. It is, there's 4 key things, okay? The first thing is the daily download. This is where I am channeling, that almost feels like a weird word, but it's like I'm receiving or downloading a word for us as a community. Okay, so words of wisdom, I call them Spirit Speak, and they'll be delivered into the incubator, possibly emailed to you as well. And so that you have something to focus in on for 20 minutes each day, because we're going to be developing a habit of just really quietening ourselves down for 20 minutes each day to immerse ourselves in that internal wisdom, that intuitive wisdom inside of us. And so I'll be downloading these words of wisdom that will help you go deep inside of you. I'll explain to you how to use it and all of that stuff anyway. And in fact, if you go onto the page, which is rosemarynonniknight.com/deliberate success, there's actually a testimonial from a client who has been receiving these daily downloads and the change it has made in her life. And I really want to open that up to a whole community of people who are committed to going after the life that they know they're born for, okay? So that's the first thing you'll be getting as a member of the Immersion Incubator. You'll also be getting a weekly coaching call. One of the things that I know that people need is coaches, mentors, coaches. You need that. And sometimes it's so inaccessible, okay, in terms of pricing or in terms of, I don't know, for some of you, it's not really pricing, it's just so you're not sure. But I can tell you right now that it is necessary for you to have people or to be able to have a place where you can safely go over some of the stuff that is going on in your life and get resolution and get a forward-thinking way of, resolving whatever it is, or see a different way of looking at it. And sometimes you can't do that yourself, regardless of how powerful and strong you are, regardless of what you've done in your life, regardless of how much you can see in other people's lives. You are someone who probably sees more clearly other people's lives than you see your own. And, you need that outside input to look into your life and help you get clear on what some next steps for you in any area of your life. Now, this won't just be me speaking to you. I will actually be tapping into spirit for you, because sometimes when you're in the middle of your own life, it's difficult for you to hear for yourself, okay? And then you will be getting this. So these are group coaching calls for sure. And I know some people get really about group calls, but this is the thing, this is a safe environment. This is a safe community, a safe mastermind where we're all growing together. It's nobody outside of this group will ever have access to these calls. It is just us. So this is the place where you can be healed, where you can be freed from any of the shackles or the nonsense that have been holding you back, okay? So I would exhort you to take part in these mastermind coaching calls, because there will be hot seats for everybody on the calls. There might be a little bit of, insight or training delivered on the call, but mostly it's about speaking to individual people and helping you to find a way forward, okay? So that's really what the calls are about. So again, immersion. And you'll also see another testimonial on the page if you want to have a look. The other thing is that you'll be getting a lot of training, because I do a lot of programs just to get people really immersed in a different way of thinking and being and acting. So you'll be getting access to a lot of my trainings. The first one will be Spirit, Sex, Success, which was actually a private mentoring program that I did, which people paid thousands for, actually. So you will get access to the training from that, the 4 weeks of training as part of this immersion program. And if you join now, especially in the pre-launch period, you will get access to this program, Spirit, Sex, Success. That'll be the first thing you're getting access to the moment you join, actually, whilst you wait for us to start up properly. Depending on when you're listening to this, of course. But you'll be getting access to that, as well as, and in week 5, you'll get more and more and more different programs that you'll be getting as part of your membership here. I want this immersion incubator to be a one-stop shop for you to prosper in all areas of your life, okay? So I'm making it so accessible, and I'm also making available a lot of the stuff that may have been, priced out of your range, or it may have been within your range, but you didn't know at that point. But now you can try these things out. You can immerse yourself in a different way of thinking, being, acting, just by being a member of the Immersion Incubator. Again, all you need to do is go over to rosemarynonniknight.com/deliberate success and go and find out more about what is on offer to you, okay? And then there's the incubator itself, which at the moment will be a space on Facebook. At some point, it'll probably even go off Facebook, where we have our own private space. But for right now, the incubator will be on Facebook. It's an online space where I will put in the daily downloads. We will, as a community, get to know each other. What I am developing here is a place where you can be loved, okay? I know sometimes it feels like, okay, this is an online space. It's not the same as a physical thing. I know it's not, but you know what? We live in a world where we can be connected online now. So it doesn't matter where you are on the planet. You can have access to a place where you can come and feel cared for and loved, because honey, I need you to know that that is the truth for you. You are cared for, you are loved, and sometimes people are so alone in their own environments. You are surrounded by people and yet you feel alone. This community, this incubator will not be like that unless you choose for it to be. I say, let the walls down, come into the incubator, let us care for you, okay? This is going to be a place of support, of safety, of intimacy where you can be yourself, you know? You are someone who people look up to. Sometimes you don't feel you can just truly own some of your troubles and your stuff. You feel you have to put on a front all the time. Not in the incubator. In the incubator, you can just be you. You can bring your stuff to the table, your good stuff, your not so great stuff. It's okay. As long as you're willing to move forward, honey, then it's a safe place for you to just really handle some of the stuff of life so that you can start to prosper in all areas of your life. This incubator, oh wow. Oh wow. If you could see the vision I have for every single member in this incubator and the vision that I feel God planted inside of my heart for you. And I don't care what your belief systems are, love is available to you, okay? And this incubator is a place to come and be immersed in it, okay? So it's a safe place. Come join us. It's rosemarynonniknight.com/deliberate success. And to carry on, listen, I do believe that immersion is the key to deliberately designed success. We've all been immersed in sometimes craziness from the moment you were born, okay? In weird beliefs, in weird ways of looking at life. And it's that the weird ways have become the norm. And in fact, when you start to be the powerful person that you are, you will start to be an odd one out. You've already been odd one out in the world that you're in right now, because there are people who don't really get you, okay? And you've always known that there's something more for you, but you've always felt slightly out of place. No longer. You come into the immersion incubator, no longer. You've done the short courses, you've gone to the 1 day, 3 day, 7 day seminars and conferences, and they all help for a short period of time until you go back into your regular life where it's like all the motivation and enthusiasm is gone because everything is still the same there. Even though you've grown a little bit, everybody else around you is still the same. And so you're immersed in a world where it's so hard to hold on to what you know to be true. And I'm inviting you to an environment which is an ongoing thing, where it isn't just a 3-day course or a 7-day course or whatever. It's an ongoing immersion in a different way to look at life, a different way of being, and knowing that you're surrounded by people who get you, who understand that we are talking about deliberate success. We're not just talking about just the success as defined by the world. We're talking about success in all areas of your life, okay? Prosperity in all areas of your life. All areas of your life, and it's different for everyone. There's no one size fits all kind of success, is there? It's different for everyone, but you want to know that you are able to wake up doing the things that you are here to do, living a life that you feel amazed by. That is what I know you have a right to. But whilst you're immersed in a world where it feels like it's not possible, then it will never be possible, which is why you come into the immersion incubator, you get immersed in a different experience of life, where you start to see, actually, you're not alone in feeling the way you feel, and you're not crazy in thinking that you can live a certain way. There is a different way that you could live that is different from the way you've been immersed in. So come into the immersion incubator and be immersed in a different way, looking at life a different way. So then you're strengthened to go into your regular world and be the leader there. Be the one that shows that, no, I don't have to succumb to the way everybody lives. No, there's a different way to look at life, and I choose to live that way. And you get to, this immersion incubator ultimately is to immerse you in a different way. A different way of looking at life, a way that you've always known is true, but because around you it looked as if, nah, there's no way I can live that way. You've just gone along with that because you were immersed in that. Let's immerse you in a different way. So you start to see that it's absolutely possible, that the dreams in your heart are not just dreams. They were planted in you. There was a vision that was given you, and your vision has always been your permission. But whilst you've been immersed in a world that said, no, you have to do things a certain way, you haven't been able to live it out. The immersion incubator is a way for you to be immersed in a different way, in the way you've always known to be true. Okay? So come and have a look. And well, I could keep talking about all the different things. There's so many different things. And every time I keep coming looking at the page, I keep thinking I want to add different things to it so that you know what this is about. I want you to go over to rosemaryonlynight.com/, deliberate success and actually take a look at it. The 4 key things are that we're getting you clear on your purpose. We are getting you connected in a deeper, more meaningful way to source, higher power, whatever it is for you, your intuition. We're retraining your brain for success, okay? Your personally defined version of success. And you will also discover actions that are aligned to your purpose. That's the idea here, is that you start to take actions that are aligned to your purpose as opposed to just doing what you've always done, getting the results that, they're okay, but they're not quite what you want. So those are the 4 key things that we'll be doing. But then there's so many different results that you can expect from being a member of the Immersion Incubator. And I want you to go and have a look at that. It's in the areas of relationships, wealth, health, all of that stuff. All of it, because there's no way for you to separate out this is this part of my life and that is that part of my life. No, we want you, or I want you, or we, when I say we, it's like Papa and me. We want you to experience life fully in all areas of your life, because that's what you are created for, to experience success in all areas. I want you to go and look at the page because there's so much that it says on there. There is so much that it says on there, I have to say. And I also want you to remember that you are a masterpiece, okay? You were deliberately, you were fearfully and wonderfully put together in a certain way with certain dreams and certain visions and certain ideas. And some of that stuff has been kind of pushed away from you or oystered out of you because you've looked around, you've been brought up in a particular family, maybe gone to a particular religious organization, maybe been part of a particular job or work or whatever, and it's made you feel as though those ideas inside of you were to be discarded, when no, that is the very heart of you. And when you're off track, when you're on the broad path, living the same way as everybody else, you feel empty, you feel wrong, you feel out of place. And so I'm calling you back to your true design. I'm calling you back to what you've always known to be true. I'm calling you back to love, okay? Because love is your completion, okay? So I ask you to take a look. If what I've been saying resonates with you, if you've been in my community and you've been feeling like, oh, I would like to work with Rosemary in some way, this is it. This is where we start. It is rosemaryonlynight.com/deliberate success. It is time to immerse you in a whole new way of being, of thinking, of acting. It's time to immerse you in a community that loves you. It is time to immerse you in just something completely new so that you can create the success that you know you are born for. So this is my invitation to you to go take a look. And if it speaks to your heart, you will know, then you join. It is an incredibly accessible joining fee. And you get to try it out for a bit, see how you get on. And you get to leave or come as you desire. What I do know, however, is that you need to be immersed in this environment for a while, because you've been immersed in your current environment for a heck of a long time. And to think that you're going to change everything in 3 seconds, I think is unrealistic. I'm not into realism, but then I am also into, come on, you need to immerse yourself in a different way. And that's why I'm making it incredibly accessible to you. So you get the option of sticking around for as long as you want to. It's not even about need. Yeah, to begin with, maybe there's as long as you need to, but then afterwards it's because you want to. You'll know the difference when you're not a member of the Immersion Incubator, because it will bolster you every single day. That ongoing support, knowing that you're not alone in seeking out the success that is yours in all areas of your life. So go take a look. It's rosemaryonlynight.com/deliberate success. I'm so excited about this. It's incredible. Go join in, okay? You'll know if you need to be a member of this community, this new mastermind that I'm setting up for you. Join in. I look forward to getting to know you to working with you in a really close way to help you achieve the things that you want to achieve, but more importantly, to help you live a life that feels right. Okay? And that's key here. So if you are a spiritual person, I don't care what your belief system is, as long as you're open-minded, if you're a spiritual person who knows that you are born to prosper in all areas, then go and take a look and join in at rosemarynonnynight.com/deliberate success. And if you know of others that need to be a member of this, then share this. Tag them in. Let them have a listen. The right people will come. Okay? And you may well be the right person. So come join in. This community of love is being developed for you to step into your own. Okay? It's time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you are born to live, because you absolutely want to. Until the next time, much amazing love, and I can't wait to work with you in the Deliberate Success Immersion Incubator. Oh, this is so exciting. Until the next time, honeys. Much love.